Hi guys, I'm Thomas from Force2Motion, and I want to show you something about the Beast. The Beast is a combination of several cockpits, several concepts, which has been developed by us because there is a discussion in the chats, in sim racing communities, which is the right way to simulate a moving car, a race car. Is it the seat mover, like we have the one from Next Level Racing, the motion platform V3? Or is the right one to simulate it something like the ProSimu system, which is a cockpit mover? So in my opinion, there is no right or wrong. There are some advantages for the seat mover, as well as there are some advantages for the ProSimu system, the cockpit mover. So let's start. On the bottom we have here the Next Level Racing Traction Plus system. It's something like a cockpit mover, but it only does the oversteer and the understeer effect. So it's a traction loss system, and we can move the whole cockpit to the side, left or right, in the rear part of the cockpit as well as in the front part. So we have oversteer and understeer effect, and we can simulate the total loss of traction over all four wheels when the car goes sideways, when we move the cockpit to one side. We have adapted the ProSimu system, which comes with a known bottom plate and a little traction loss system for the oversteer effect, which is not so immersive like the Next Level Racing system. So we have put this traction loss system away, and we have adapted the ProSimu system on this prototype plate. We will develop a final version in the next weeks. And then we have the whole cockpit mover. In the ProSimu cockpit there is the motion platform V3 of Next Level Racing. Because when I tested the ProSimu system, I said, wow, it's a cool system, but there is missing something. When I'm on the brakes, I do not feel the effect when I'm moved forward in the direction of the wheel. So this is the main advantage of the seat mover. The seat does what normally the forces do when I'm in the real race car. So when I'm on the brakes, the seat mover moves towards the wheel, and when I'm on the gas, it tears me back, so that I feel something like the acceleration, the braking, and of course when I'm going in a curve to left or right. And cream on top, there is a Buttkicker, the Gamer 2, which is controlled by the Next Level Racing software too. So we have two different systems which work perfectly together, independently. And the first idea was to combine the two systems in one cockpit in our showroom to show our customers which systems does what effect. And therefore we have a little a set of emergency stops, so that we can switch on and off the Buttkicker, the ProSimu system, the Next Level Racing systems while we are driving. And we do not have to leave the cockpit. We can show what system does what effect. It's really cool, and it helps you to decide which one will be your cockpit. It depends on your budget and your personal feels. There is no right or wrong. You have to decide what is your personal favorite. I can tell you something about it, but the best thing, I would show you something, and therefore I will jump into the seat and we will go on Spa-Francorchamps and turn some laps there. So now I'm sitting in the cockpit, in the seat, I'm in the driver's seat. We will start the engine. I'm wearing a helmet not because of safety reasons, just because I have put an action cam on top so that you get an impression of what I will see when I'm riding this car. So let's go. We are in Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, about 100 kilometers away from us. The famous track in the Belgium Ardennes. So first of all, we will feel the bumps here in this section, and this is the domain of the ProSimu systems. And then we have the Eau Rouge, and here we feel the effect which is coming from the Traction Plus system. We feel the oversteer and the understeer effect, especially the oversteer effect in the Eau Rouge. And now, at the end of the long straight camel, there's a braking point, and then you see that I'm pushed forwards towards the racing wheel, the steering wheel, to simulate the brake effect. So next curve, you see it again. Here we are. And now I have understeer. And now a little bit of oversteer, understeer in the next corner. And then full on the throttle again. So next is the double gauche, double left, where I have massive understeer and a little bit of oversteer, the end of the curve, and then again the braking point. I feel how hard I'm on the brakes with my body because I am pushed towards the wheel. Of course, in a real car, the seat does not move, but we have to simulate it, and this works pretty fine. And when I'm on the throttle, I'm pulled back to simulate the acceleration. So now I'm in Blanchiment, full on the throttle, and I feel a little bit of oversteer in this curve. So now we are bus stop chicane and on the finish line. So watch again when I'm heading to La Source. And now I'm pulled back and I feel again the bumps with the ProSimu system. So everything is turned on and the Buttkicker is there too. Scream on top. So now I will switch off the V3. So watch when I'm on the brake point. There is no movement of my body anymore towards the steering wheel. So I'm not getting a feedback how hard I'm on the brakes. Watch again. Still feel the oversteer, the Traction Plus, but there's no braking effect at all. This is because the ProSimu cockpit simulates the movement of the car. So here we go again. When I'm on the brakes, the cockpit moves downwards at the front and is lifted up in the back, but I do not feel it in my body. I can see it, but there's only a little impression how hard I'm on the brakes, and so for me there is missing something. This is the reason why I have put the V3 in the ProSimu cockpit, so that I can feel the brake effects more and more. So now we're Blanchiment again. Okay, and just to compare how it is without any of these systems, I will turn everything off, and now you see the cockpit is stable, does not move anymore. I have no feedback at all, only a little bit of the racing wheel, force feedback wheel. And now it's much more easier to ride. At the end I can go there maybe with one hand, but I do not have feedback about oversteer or the bumps or the curbs. And so at the end I'm slower than riding with the systems. So watch the brake point, is happening nothing. So at least we need the V3. I will turn it on again. So now this is the V3 only, and here we are. I feel a little bit of the curve, but especially I feel the acceleration effect and the braking effect. Of course, in this curve double left, the understeer and oversteer effects are missing again. But at least I have my feedback for the brakes. So a good combination would be to switch on the traction system on again. So we get more feedback about how hard I'm on the throttle in Blanchiment. Okay, nearly perfect. Past 2 guys. So, cream on top is to switch the ProSimu systems on again. And now we have everything we want. So if you like to test this system yourself, give me a call or an email and make an appointment and visit us in Aachen, Würselen near Aachen, Aix-la-Chapelle, beautiful city in the nearest surroundings of Belgium and the Netherlands. And you can test the whole system, and we switch on and off what you like to test. Oh shit, holy shit. And you will learn how it feels when you crash in the wall because you are talking too much. So, we will see you. Bye. Okay, let's get out of this mess again here.